Hi, my name is Will.
Hi, my name's Mel.
And I'm Evan.
I'm Josh. You're watching Royal Thunder, and we are Loudwire.
Everyone, it's Joe from Loudwire, and I'm sitting here with the entirety of Royal Thunder. So let's see, how do we do this? We've got Melanie, Will, Josh, and Evan, and we're here to talk about the new album, WICK. Truly beautiful album. You're going to feel like you've gone through some stuff after you finish listening to this, but it's worth the journey.
I think the idea behind the album being a hard one to make really is just the truth about making music and making an album. And it was never any kind of difficulty or struggle, or we didn't feel like we had to jump over any hurdles with each other because we're all very close. We're family, and it's what we're always going to be, and it's never been like personal issues going on. I think the idea of like having to pour out your energy and your creativity and your thoughts and your time, all of us doing that day in, day out, like it's a struggle, but it's hard work, but it in the end, it's a really good and positive thing. So it doesn't drain you. You pour into it and it gives back in time.
And everybody kind of pushes each other, a little cyclical.
Yeah.
I think that the music is probably the easy part.
And one thing I've noticed listening to this album is that there seems to be a lot of uncertainty and lyrical sequencing. It kind of seems like we're on an emotional timeline here. There's even some lyrics that tie together, like the song Tide, it's you and me and you. And then we slipped, maybe it was you, maybe it was me. And then you've got the sinking chair talking about having the time of your life towards the end. And then it goes into Plans, which is one of the most like lonely, despondent tracks. You've got WICK, obviously, candle reference there. Track's a little bit of a slow burner. I don't know if I'm just trying to be a little funny there or if that was the intent. And then it goes into Push and talking about putting a candle to the flame. So what's going on here lyrically, emotionally, as far as taking the listener on a journey?
Well, none of that was intentional. And
all right, reading too much into it. Love it.
But that's the whole idea. That's what what little I contribute to the band. Just with lyrics, I wanted this album to be open to interpretation on my end.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm gonna sing about things, and people get so caught up in the personal aspect of this band and things that they think they know, that really and truly only the people that are our family and our friends and close to us truly know. Within this group, like, we all are pretty involved in one another's personal lives, and there will always be a wall around that, and people can assume things and whatever, but a lot of life has been lived, and I may be going off a little bit on a different path, but a lot of life has been lived by all of us. Obviously, we've all been down many different paths with one another and individually. So, I think focusing on the personal, or like what it might mean or what people think I'm singing about, it's like, dude, there's, just like when Josh and I were in Europe with with Maria from Spine Farm, we stepped out to go to this hotel, and there was a sign that said, above the hotel, it said, "The past is over." And that just really resonated with me, and I pointed it out, and I was like, that's cool. So that's been like my mantra in responding to a lot of like the personal that I can tell people want to get into, like, the past is over. And in all honesty, like, the things I was singing about on this album, as far as relationships go, it's like, we've all in life moved on. It could be about things that people knew nothing about, or a person that someone never met,
So maybe just a little bit of reflection, therapeutic.
Definitely not reflection on anything that people think I might be reflecting on, but yeah, it's a lot of life coming to me standing there and kind of going, I'm not lost here. I know exactly what to do.
Now, one thing I noticed in the title track was that, correct me if I'm wrong here on some of the terminology, but it seemed like there was a reverse echo on some of the parts, like the snare, a little bit of the vocal. What's it like being creative in the studio, knowing that you have to replicate certain parts live, but that the studio product is a separate entity and you can do those things, and you may not be able to replicate it exactly live, but they're kind of two different animals?
We've always been a live band in general, and every time we go and do an album, I feel like the fun thing and the great thing that we love about this band, and what I love about the band, is the fact that we can go and play a song live, and it'll be completely, we can change it up, we can do parts differently. And that way it always stays fresh. I mean, we're still doing songs off the first EP and doing them completely different.